If you're buying from 1688 by searching for a product, seeing a cheap price, and immediately placing your order, you could be making one of the biggest mistakes as a beginner importer. Because on 1688, finding a product is actually the easy part. The real question is, how do you know which supplier to trust? How do you check if the supplier is actually selling the product that you want? How do you compare different suppliers? How do you check their reviews, transaction history, and business information? How do you know whether you are dealing with a manufacturer, wholesaler, or another type of seller? And after finding the supplier, how do you actually place your order and make sure that your goods are sent to the correct warehouse? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I would approach sourcing from 1688 in 2026, step by step, directly from the app. And if you've watched the older 1688 tutorials before, don't skip this part because the app has been receiving updates for international buyers. So some of the things you see on my screen may look completely different from the older tutorials you have watched. I will show you what to look for, what to check before you buy, and how to avoid blindly choosing a supplier just because their price is cheap. So open the 1688 app and follow me. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Choma Steven. I teach practical China sourcing and importation for beginners, helping you to understand how to find products, verify suppliers, and source more confidently. Now let's get straight into 1688. First, before we start searching, let me point out something you need to know. If you've used 1688 before, or you have watched an older videos on how to use 1688, you may notice that my screen looks different. That's because 1688 has been updating the app. In newer 2026 version, I've introduced features aimed at international buyers, including multilingual support, international payment options such as Visa and MasterCard, and cross-border logistics services. So if you have never seen some of these options before, this is why. But there's something important you need to understand. Your 1688 screen may look exactly like mine. The options available to you can depend on your app version, account, location of the particular order you're placing. So don't worry if one button appears in a slightly different place on your phone. What I want you to learn from this video is how the process works and what you need to check. Now, let's search for a product. I'm going to use a simple example so you can follow along with me. Let's say I want to source handbags. I'm going to search for products here. If you know the Chinese keyword for the product, you can search using the Chinese name. If you don't know the Chinese name, you can use a translation tool. And another very useful option is image search. If you already have a picture of the product you want, you can use the image search function and find the products on 1688. Once you search, you are going to see different products from different suppliers. And this is where I want you to stop. Do not immediately choose the first product you like. The cheapest product is not automatically the best product. We need to investigate the seller. Let's click on this product. You can see the product pictures, price, and other information. Look beyond the products, but I'm not buying yet. The first thing I want to know is who is actually selling these products. I'm going to the supplier store. This is one of the most important things I want you to learn from this video. You are not buying from the picture, you are buying from the supplier behind the picture. So don't just screenshot the product and send it to the supplier or immediately place your order. Go into the store, investigate the seller. Now that we are inside the supplier store, let's look around. First, look at the type of product they sell. If I am looking for handbags, for example, I want to see whether this supplier actually has a range of handbags or related products. Then, look at the supplier information available on the platform. Check the operating history where shown. Check the store ratings. Check the transaction or sales information. Check available business credential and check any verification or factory-related information that 1688 provides. But please remember this, never rely on just one badge, rating or numbers of the year to decide that a supplier is trustworthy. Supplier verification is about looking at several things together. Now let's look at the product reviews. And this is where many beginners make another mistake. They see 5 stars and move on. No, open the reviews, look at different ratings, look at the customer's pictures, customer video if they are available, and compare what customer received with what the supplier is showing in the product picture. Look at the comments about the quality, the color, the size, packaging, materials, and whether the product quality looks like the seller's pictures. Also, pay attention to repeated complaints. One negative review doesn't automatically mean the supplier is bad. But if you keep seeing the same complaint from different buyers, that's something you should take seriously. Now, at the MOQ, MOQ means minimum order quantity. For example, you might see a product advertised at a very cheap price, but that price might not apply if you are buying a particular quantity. So don't just look at the number beside the product and say, wow, this is cheap. Find out how many pieces do I have to buy? What quantity gives me this price? The price reduced when I increase my quantity. This is important because your MOQ will affect how much money you need to start. Now let's go back to search results. I don't recommend finding one supplier and immediately placing an order. Compare at least few suppliers selling the same similar products. Let's say supplier A is selling for 25 RMB. Supplier B is selling for 28 RMB. Supplier C is selling for 30 RMB. Don't automatically choose supplier A. Ask yourself, is the quality the same? Is the MOQ the same? Are the specifications the same? Are the reviews good? Is the supplier active? Does the store look professional? And what does the supplier's transaction information tell me? Sometimes, paying slightly more for a better supplier can save you much more money in the long run. Now, let's address another question I get all the time. How do I know if the supplier is a factory? First, don't assume every seller on 1688 is a factory. There are manufacturers, wholesalers, trading companies, and different types of sellers. If you specifically want a manufacturer, look at the business information provided by the platform. Check the company's information. Check any available business credentials. Look at factory information or verification where available. And if you are planning to place a large order, go further. Contact the supplier. Ask, can you customize this product? And how long will delivery to my warehouse take? The supplier's response is another piece of information you can use when deciding whether they are suitable. Test the product first where practical. Don't put a large amount of money into a supplier you've never tested simply because the product pictures look beautiful. Now, if I want to ask the supplier questions, I can use the chat or contact options available on the platform. If you don't speak Chinese, don't worry. You can use translation tools. The message doesn't need to be complicated. Ask clear questions. For example, hello, is this product available? What is your MOQ? What is your price for 20 pieces? What is your price for 50 pieces? Can you send me a real picture or video? How long will it take to deliver to my China warehouse? And if you are buying a larger quantity, ask for the price based on the quantity you actually want. Now, here is another thing you may notice if you are using the newer version of 1688. 1688 has introduced international payment options for global buyers, including Visa and MasterCard support. So if you have watched other tutorials where people tell you that you must use only traditional Chinese payment method, don't automatically assume that is still the only option. You may now see international payment options depending on your account and order. However, don't assume that every buyer will see exactly the same payment options. Check what is actually available on your account before you proceed with payments. Now, let's talk about one of the most important parts. Where will your goods be delivered? If you are working with a Chinese freight forwarder or purchasing agent, they will normally give you a China warehouse address. That is where your supplier will send your goods inside China. Your warehouse address may include the recipient name, phone number, province, city, district, detailed address, and sometimes a customer code or reference number. That customer code is very important because it helps the warehouse identify your package. So when your freight forwarder gives you the address, copy the details exactly. Don't change the name, don't remove the customer code, don't change the phone number, and don't randomly edit the Chinese address. Enter everything exactly as you have been instructed. Before you pay, understand exactly which shipping method you are using. Don't just click through without knowing where your goods are going. The final check can save you from a lot of unnecessary problems. And one more thing, if you see a product on 1688 for 20 RMB, don't immediately say, I can sell it for 50 RMB. So my profit is 30 RMB. No, the 20 RMB may only be the product price. You may still have China domestic delivery, purchasing or agent fee where applicable, international shipping, customs, and other costs depending on your shipping arrangement and destination. So, calculate your landed cost before deciding your selling price. That's how you know whether the product is actually profitable. My final advice, if you're a beginner, please don't rush. Find the product, compare suppliers, verify suppliers, read the reviews, ask questions, test the products where practical, understand your MOQ, understand your total cost, and make sure your shipping address is correct before you pay. Your goal is not to find the cheapest supplier on 1688. Your goal is to find a supplier that can give you the quality, price, and consistency that your business needs. So now you know how to approach sourcing from 1688 in 2026. If this video helped you understand 1688 better, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I will be bringing you more practical China sourcing and importation tutorials. And if someone has been asking you, Ifoma, how do I buy from 1688? Don't explain everything to them. Just send them this video. I will see you in my next video.